In 32 Corners. After 3 years of watching classic films go up against some of the schlockiest, crappiest, butt-clenchingly bad movies, it's time for the worst of the worst to face off in an all-out brawl of the shit. Strap in and face-plant down memory lane with us in our first ever Tournament of Losers.
The French champagne.
Champagne!
The schlocky movie from this week may be the schlockiest film we've ever seen on this podcast.
I'm Mr. Pink.
Sis Blue.
So Miranda hasn't seen Reservoir Dogs.
Those men's children are all identical clones of Adolf Hitler.
Once they were men, now they are land crabs.
Amanda Bynes is a national treasure.
There's like a bunch of other shit that happens in Driven.
Is there?
Secret Nazis.
Yeah.
Secret Nazis.
Hey, Daddy lost his eagle.
I hope
So-
no one from my family listens to this podcast.
The Citizen Kane of the week is...
Hey everyone, welcome to a special episode of Citizen Kane Versus. If you're unfamiliar with the podcast, usually what this is, it's a podcast. We've done some other podlets, but generally speaking, this is a podcast where we take a movie that is considered to be on the classy side, a classic, and we put it against a thematically similar movie that's more on the schlocky side, and we ask ourselves honestly, which is better? This week, this episode, we're doing something a little bit different. We've done a best of the best before, where we took 32 of some of the
Tournament
best.
of Champions.
A tournament of champions.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where we took 32 of some of the finest winners that we've had on the podcast.
16. That one was only 16.
16. It was
I
earlier.
doubled it this time.
Right. Well, now we have more movies we've watched. So Sean has compiled 32 of the worst of the worst. A tournament
Tournament of losers.
A
technically.
tournament of losers.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, he's arranged them in a little bracket, and we're gonna try and narrow down which one is maybe the worst movie you've ever watched.
I did want to leave that open for discussion right to the end. Do we want to do this where we're finding the worst of the films that are being compared, and we end up with the absolute worst film we've seen?
I think
or do we
so.
want to do like the best of the worst?
No, worst
No,
of the worst.
the worst of the worst.
Okay.
Worst,
We're
it's
searching for the worst movie ever made.
Right on.
It's a ladder down.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
It sure
Except
is.
we can all, I think, collectively agree that the worst movie ever made is Still Saving Christmas,
Still Saving
which
Christmas.
we've
It is
omitted
not
from
included.
the bracket.
It is
right?
Yeah.
not included
Okay.
in this bracket.
It just gets disqualified for like not quite being a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Somehow. So anyway, we'll jump into that. And if you're not familiar, my name is Jack, and over here is my friend number one.
Oh, food number one.
Yeah.
Take that, Daniel. I'm Sean, and
Yeah.
he's Daniel.
I'm Daniel. I'm over
Dan.
here.
Yeah.
Sean's over here, and I'm
Yeah,
over
Just
here.
in case you're wondering the geography of the space, I'm over here.
And I'm over here.
Yeah,
And I'm somewhere over here.
yeah, Dan's over there. Just so keep that in mind if you're trying to picture us when you're listening.
So stupid.
So I feel like we should jump into it because we got a lot of movies to get through.
We do.
So Sean, please do tell us let's get through this.
Yeah, well, I compiled them all using based on votes and points. So
An algorithm you
very
built.
deeply complicated, and I only completely made shit up to make things work in the bracket
of check
most
marks
of the time.
in your book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are effectively the 32 worst performing movies that we have reviewed.
Great. I'd love to hear them as we work through them. Is
Yeah,
that okay?
yeah, I'm not gonna-
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna
list. I
launch-
want to be
yeah.
surprised and remember as we go.
Okay. So first off, in our number one seed,
Wait, before we start
Okay.
this, how many? So this is the 32 worst.
32 worst films that have performing worst. They've received the fewest amount of votes. They've received no points sometimes.
Through the entire existence of this podcast.
Correct.
Okay. And how many episodes have we had?
79 counting podlets. This will be 80, I think.
So
Happy 80.
how many pairs of
Happy
movies
80th?
have we watched?
Like 70 at least.
Yeah, around 70, I want to say.
Okay. All right.
72.
So we're dealing
yeah.
with about half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Love that.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be some weird ass movies
And,
in this list.
I'll just quickly
We
give
also
some,
have too much free time, guys. Okay.
yeah. I'll quickly give some honorable mentions. These are three films that just fell short of being included. They were
Okay.
just slightly too good to be terrible.
Yeah, in memoriam.
Island of Dr. Moreau didn't quite
damn.
make it in.
Oh my god.
She's
that
the
didn't make it
It
in.
didn't make it in.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what did make it in. Okay.
she's the man. Just squeaked through.
Really?
Yep.
I remember thinking quite highly of that movie, actually.
Yeah, you two liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, you hated it.
I sure
That
did.
sounds about
Amanda
right.
Bynes,
Yeah.
national treasure. And shockingly, T2, Terminator 2,
Damn.
just squeaked through into the not being judged today.
What did
Right.
we compare that movie to?
Bill and Ted 2.
Our new rating system is a
Interesting.
bit more gruesome.
Yeah.
There are fewer votes to be given, so that
Yeah.
might influence this bracket a little bit.
It does a little
That
bit.
is hilarious, though. That Terminator
Yeah.
2. Okay.
There.
All right.
Not
All
as
right.
good on the rewatch.
First bracket. First pairing. We have number 1 seeded Jingle All the Way, taking on by default, because The Thing was our Tournament of Champions champion. I defaulted Wind Chill to be the last seed. So we have Jingle All the Way versus Wind Chill.
That was the Emily Blunt movie, right?
Correct. With
Oh
the
my God.
ghosts in the car.
Didn't we watch that movie like 10 years ago? 2 years ago?
It was like the first season, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Halloween.
So what is the structure of this?
We
then?
should
Are
we should
doing
try and
rounds?
clip through. Yeah, so this is round 1.
Okay.
And there are 16 matches within round 1.
Yeah, first
so we
round,
should clip through.
We should do
the
more
first
gut
couple rounds.
reactions for these ones,
So
and
then
maybe
are-
the later ones get more of a breakdown.
So then, are we just saying which one we think was worse?
Yeah,
Or do we want
you can take a second to think about it, but we shouldn't get bogged down.
I
in
think I
conversation too
liked
much.
Wind Chill more. I'm remembering things about Wind Chill that
Yeah.
were at least kind of neat and felt like a movie. Jingle All the Way has some.
It was a
charm.
shockingly bad movie, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say Jingle All the Way is the worst of.
I think
that
so.
pairing.
I think I agree with that. What do you think, Dan? Over there.
Just based on the fact that I remember Wind Chill being more of like a nothing happens movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Wind Chill because at
Okay.
least there was some kind of like structure to the story. There was a cause and effect
Sure.
of in
Jingle
terms of,
All the Way.
to Jingle All the Way.
Man want doll.
Man has clear objective.
Man hit Santas until get dull.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wind Chill is eliminated. 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So damn it. Fine.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
I don't like how this is gonna go. But continue.
In our second match, we have seed 2 Just Friends taking on Rocky and Bullwinkle.
when did we watch Just Friends?
It was our Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, the Ryans. It was
Battle
Canada
of the
Day.
Ryans.
It was Canada Day.
What did we? Was
It
that
was
against the
Notebook.
Notebook, yeah. Notebook cleaned house.
Oh my god.
It's a pretty good movie.
Just Friends or what? Rocky and
Rocky and
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle. Yeah,
Obviously.
Rocky
Rocky and
Bullwinkle is gonna be-
Bullwinkle
yeah.
is worse. Just Friends is decently fun.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Actually, I forgot that movie was involved in this. I forgot that we even watched that movie. I'm gonna make a prediction that that's the one that takes the whole day.
I don't know, man. There's some movies here that you loathe.
Just considering that we're only 2 brackets in and we forgot like 3 of the movies that were said, there's
are-
going to be some more surprises.
Okay.
All right, in our 3 seed, we have An Indecent Proposal taking on the 30th seeded Driven.
Oh, Driven.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely Driven.
I think Indecent Proposal is worse, and here's why.
Okay.
Because Driven is laughably bad. It's like laughably bad, and Indecent Proposal just kind of sucked.
But it had those fucking like steamy hot sex
They
scenes.
were steamy.
So
to me, more was in that
steamy
movie.
hot.
That's true.
And again, like I honestly couldn't tell you what Driven was about.
Okay, I'm going Driven. Driven's
Driven
worse than
was
Indecent
so bad.
I'm like a little split on this one, so I'm glad that there's a dominant force from the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Because I would kind of give each of them an equally bad vote, but I'd probably would tip towards Driven.
Okay,
I think I
great.
remember that movie giving me more feelings of like, whereas like Indecent Proposal was like potentially there was some, we talked a bit. I remember in that podcast being like, there might be, if we watched it again, like
there might be more to.
and it gave me
delve
at
out
least
of it.
that feeling of like, if I watch this movie again, I might see more. Whereas Driven was like,
What?
Yeah. Why is this?
So Indecent Proposal, you were too good. Sorry, you're out of the competition.
You're kind of all right.
R.I.P.
4th seed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2014 takes on the 29th seed Pixels.
Shit.
Wait,
That's a good pairing.
wait, what? When did we watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 20? That's the
when
Michael
we watched
Bay
the
one?
1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles versus Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. The one with Will Arnett, the 2014 one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Megan Fox, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as April O'Neil.
Versus the one with. other
I
people.
have zero recollection of that movie.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely
Pixels
none.
is the worst movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pixels was
definitively.
worse.
I'll have to take your word for it. I honestly have no idea.
Wait, which
I
one
have-
you don't remember?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I have zero memory of
That
it.
was the one that you liked more.
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
Probably.
You should go back and listen. It's a really good episode, actually. I'd say it's
There's-
one of our best episodes.
There-
a good
yeah, dude, my brain has blocked that out entirely. There's
Go back
no.
and,
Okay.
Go back and do a quality check on that.
Okay, I will.
Fifth match, we have number 5, Halloween,
concerning.
taking on
Halloween?
Skyscraper.
Wait, Halloween is in this?
We crapped all over Halloween, man.
I guess it wasn't that
Halloween.
good.
It was
Like-
against Krampus.
Like classic Jamie Lee
yeah.
Curtis.
Yep.
Right.
The
Halloween.
OG. The OG.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper is the worst film.
Oh, I don't know, man. I kind of enjoyed Skyscraper.
I know you did.
It was definitely one of Dwayne Johnson's better outings as
Sure.
an actor.
Which is fucking weird to say.
I know, but that I think maybe tips the scales a little bit for me. I remember
Whoa.
Halloween being remarkably disappointing.
Yes, it
Not
was.
necessarily
is.
a bad movie, but just because of what I expected from it.
Sure.
And, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I might have to say Halloween.
Where are you sitting, Sean?
Skyscraper is far worse to me.
Part of me is already feeling that like it's not. This vote doesn't matter too much because I feel like either of these movies won't make it to the bottom.
Right.
I think I would say Skyscraper is worse for me.
All right. Sorry,
There's
Halloween.
a world where I watch Halloween again. On
Oh, yeah.
some future.
See, I think that I would watch Skyscraper again.
Well, we know you would.
Yeah. Don't say that it's a bad thing.
Up next, one that actually shocked me that it performed so poorly, but it was up against Thelma and Louise. So Hobbs and Shaw is squaring off against Legend, which we just watched. Legend is the worst film of those two.
Yeah, of course.
Legend's gonna be a heavy hitter in this fucking.
Yeah.
By Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw
No,
shouldn't
Hobbs
even
and
be
Sh-
on the list.
Hobbs and Shaw
was
is a fine movie, but it's Thelma and
Yeah.
Louise is fucking dope.
So good.
Yeah, that wasn't
good.
that wasn't fair.
Just saying it again, if you've never seen Thelma and Louise and you happen to be listening to this
do it.
podcast, go watch Thelma and Louise. It's very good.
I would say watch both of those movies. Hobbs and Shaw is the perfect counterpoint to Thelma and Louise.
That's true.
It's a good pairing. You know what? I recommend all of our podcasts as sort of like high cuisine pairings.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know about all. We've had a couple of
High
fucking
cuisine.
duds.
No, all of
High
them.
cuisine pairings.
We've had some
This is
real-
a palate building podcast.
Like our next
some real
combo,
misses.
which might be actually kind of tough for me. It's a mad world,
That one.
and it is squaring off against the 2006 Wicker Man.
Oh no,
It's a mad
world.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
no.
Sorry,
fuck?
Wicker Man, you were too good.
That movie fucking sucked balls.
Our eighth matchup, we have Magic Mike, which you weren't involved in this week, or the Magic Mike
I
versus
watched
Showgirls.
Magic
You
Mike,
watched,
though.
okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
we have
watched
Magic
it.
Mike, and it's going against the Meg.
Oh,
Tough, eh? I think Magic
That's-
Mike is worse.
that's a really tough.
Ooh, no. I
Because like
think The
both those
Meg is
movies are
worse.
decent, actually.
Like, they both have watchable qualities.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
and difficult. It's a
Yeah.
good pairing.
It is a good pairing. That's really fucking tough. Because I guess the Meg would be the worst movie.
Yeah, because
Unfortunately.
the Meg is more like it's like closer to Pablum than Magic Mike is.
Yes.
Magic Mike has
There's substance.
Substance,
there's like
yeah.
some nutrient to
All right.
that thing.
But
So
the Meg has
The Meg wins.
The Meg has
Magic
like a
Mike.
deep diving JC Statham.
yeah, he died good.
He dived good.
Yeah.
Have fun dancing in the afterlife, Magic Mike. You're off the list. Number 9, another tough one.
Okay.
This is going to be tough.
Shit.
Olympus Has Fallen, taking on Gods of Egypt.
It's not as tough as you think. Olympus Has Fallen.
I don't know, man.
We actually had a. Did you make this happen or is this a coincidence?
Nope, it
Listen.
purely by the
Listen,
Gerard
algorithm.
Butler.
Gods of
Yeah,
Egypt
rhythm.
is a classic film in its own right.
It's
It
got,
has no
it's got
business
Chadwick
on this
Boseman
list.
doing a weird
No.
ass British.
Gods of Egypt sucks. It's the worst of those two films. Olympus Has Fallen is so stupid. It's good.
but it's so good.
No, I think I like Gods of Egypt more.
I
Gods
do
of
too.
Egypt
Yeah?
more.
Okay, so here's.
I like the visuals at least more. Like it's at least a.
This is an
glitzy
important. This is an important question that I think we should iron out now. Are we voting based on which movie we enjoyed more, or which we think is the better or worse movie?
But whatever you
Because
like.
Olympus Has Fallen is clearly the better movie, but Gods of Egypt
Right.
is
It's
more
I
fun.
think it's totally a like rewatchability kind of question, I would say.
Okay, yeah,
Kinda.
then Gods of Egypt is better.
And I think clearly a better movie is a statement that we
But
can't.
look,
That's like the point of our whole podcast.
Look,
is
Gods
that-
of Egypt is
Is the better movie you're saying? So Olympus is the worst movie.
yes,
You're saying.
yeah. I would like
You're
to see
saying
Olympus.
is the worst movie.
I think it's worse.
Okay.
I would like to see it continue.
Gods
If
of Egypt.
someone was like, "Hey, should I watch Gods of Egypt tonight
Yeah.
or Olympus Has Fallen?" I'd be like, "Gods of Egypt." I'd be like, "There's, you know,
Everybody should watch that movie at least once in their
Oh
lives.
man, no, I disagree with that.
in a spooky Maltese Airbnb."
Yeah, it wasn't
Like
spooky.
Dan.
It was just with a weird German man that snored really loud.
You totally said you were scared. You said it was creepy.
No.
You were like in a barn.
I watched it. That was a different night.
Oh, okay.
I may have watched it
You watched,
again.
You watched it like 3 times on that solo
That's
trip.
probably true. Yeah.
Okay,
That
okay.
that fucking farmhouse was terrifying.
Yeah, it
it was
sounds
a
creepy as
straight up
fuck.
haunted house.
Yeah.
So cheap though. So cheap.
oh,
It was 13 euros a night. Anyways, continue.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
No,
dude, it was-
it was
shit.
scary.
Yeah, dude.
He was gonna harvest your organs if you were a smaller person.
Yeah.
next up, in one that probably isn't going to be very hard, Clash of the Titans versus Christmas with the Cranks. Christmas with the Cranks sucks.
Cranks.
Yeah, Clash
Yeah.
of the Titans at least has
Liam Neeson.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has.
At
Yeah.
least has like stuff.
Things
in
go.
it.
See a
Things go
clash.
boom.
You just won something. Good for you. In the 11th matchup, New Year's Eve versus Ready to Rumble.
Holy shit!
Oh, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
No,
Year's
Ready
Eve,
to Rumble sucked.
But it's more fun.
Is
They
it?
both sucked, but Ready to Rumble is at least a fun little romp of a movie.
I'm trying to remember any of the plot lines of New Year's Eve.
There was a hospital or something.
There was Ashton Kutcher is like verging on being an incel, and he
Yeah, he's like an
It
entrepreneur.
loses a
Yeah.
lot of points for Leia Michelle singing "Auld Lang Syne."
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that
And,
happened.
like,
That's minus a lot of
isn't
points.
Sarah Jessica Parker in it?
Yeah,
I
Michelle
think.
Pfeiffer's in it with Zac Efron.
Yeah,
right?
that movie fucking really sucked.
that's true.
It
That movie
sucks.
sucked.
It really sucked.
Ready to Rumble is so painfully
Yeah.
stupid, but
It's at least there's some entertainment
the
there.
guy
I'll go
who
with that.
plays the king is like
Oh yeah, Oliver Platt. That's
Oliver
true.
Platt
Yeah.
does all right. He kind of once he arrives, the movie gets a bit better.
And I mean, I'm partial to anything with a pro wrestling plot. So
Yeah, but I think New Year's Eve is like a movie that's worth like scoffing at truly.
Okay. The sequel to one we just had, Wrath of the Titans versus Left Behind.
we
Left Behind.
We
Yeah.
watched Wrath of the Titans.
Yeah, it was against Grapes of Wrath.
What happens in
Oh,
that
that's
one?
so stupid.
Left Behind?
No, in Wrath. What enemies do they fight in
um,
Wrath?
So he's a Greek hero. That's the no. Is it the Kraken one or is the Kraken the first one?
the
That's
Kraken
the
is the
first
first
one.
one.
So is the second one
So
the
when-
Sand Scorpion one?
I think that might also be the first one.
So
That's
is the
what I
second
mean.
one just not
Is that where they're in the
memorable any way, shape, or
forest?
form?
They're in the forest and they fight
Yeah.
a thing, or is that
A
also the first
Cyclops?
one?
That might be the second one.
What's the main? Is it Medusa?
Either way.
Or was that? No, that's in the first one. What happens in Wrath?
It honestly, I really don't think it matters. I think Left Behind. I mean,
At least there's action adventure in Wrath of the Titans.
yeah, and like Left Behind is about fucking Christianity.
Yeah, Left
so,
Behind
like,
is the
You
worst.
can eat it.
Yeah, it's gonna still be Left Behind.
Yeah.
Because what I remember of that movie sucks.
Yeah.
But truly, what happens?
Yeah, I have
in
no
Wrath
idea.
Of the
That
Titans?
deserves-
I
a Google.
We'll
Like,
have to watch it again. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
What is the main? Whatever.
Here's a fun one for you: Tiptoes versus Dragonheart.
Tiptoes.
Tiptoes.
Oh my god.
What an adventure!
Oh my god.
Oh.
It Oh, it's got to be that one,
It's,
right?
I think it's got it.
Yeah, Tiptoes was in a different.
I did not
Read.
like Dragonheart.
Yeah.
To be clear, and Tiptoes has a degree of it that is like
It's really bad.
it's like it's bad.
It's really bad.
And,
Just
like-
Gary Oldman sitting in that chair.
It's true. Oh,
Where
Gary.
his body is tucked into it and they have little fake legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And something about Tiptoes is so special.
but in
remember-
like such an offensive, cringy way.
So we're saying it's the worst of the two.
But
Tiptoes.
it's that tricky thing where it's bad in a way that I kind of
is it more enjoyable to watch that than it is to watch Dragonheart?
I could never sit through Tiptoes again.
No.
Like no
it's
way.
fun to talk about.
It
what about
really
her hat?
sucks. It is a really yeah.
about her hat,
favorite.
man?
Yeah, she wouldn't do the film without her favorite hat.
Oh
her
right,
favorite
I forgot about her fucking lucky hat.
Oh fuck.
Tiptoes is fun to remember. It's a pain to sit through.
Yeah.
It's horrible
really
to
bad.
sit through.
Dragonheart's a real movie. No, it's got to be Tiptoes. It's got to
Yeah.
be Tiptoes.
Yeah.
Dragonheart,
Alright.
you love her to hate it.
Too
it's,
good for
it's fine.
All right.
It's
Oh,
got to
can't
be
wait for what
Tiptoes.
these- and number 14, Dungeons and Dragons versus 1941.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say
1941.
Dungeons and Dragons is the worst. Andrew was on for that one.
Versus Saving Private
Spielberg
Ryan.
goes to war.
Dan Aykroyd and friends drive a tank and Japanese soldiers
Yeah.
don't know the war is over. And there was a pretty cool sequence in that one sequence. The
remember
dance sequence
this
was good, but everything else
kind
was
of.
kind of bad.
1941.
1941 versus
Dungeons and Dragons was the worst of the two films. At least there was like talent on display in 1941.
Nah, I'm saying 1941.
Whoa, it was
Because-
long. It was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's also the fact that like Dungeons and Dragons at least has this like it feels like innocent LARPers trying to put a movie together kind of vibe. And whereas 1941 is like people with all the resources they have,
Daniel?
just fucking biffing it.
I don't.
Dan doesn't remember
I
any of these
fugue
movies.
stated for a whole year apparently.
Well, 1940. I remember the movie. Remind me of another scene in the movie. Like jog my memory.
They
'cause-
drive a tank through a house at the end.
There's a dogfight through buildings, and it's kind of Christmassy.
There's a dog fight through buildings.
People try and shoot at a submarine with a giant gun in their house, and then
Yeah.
it blows out the wall and it falls down, and the kids are like, "Yay!"
Oh yeah, no, that one.
Okay.
That one's worse.
So Dungeons and Dragons is better. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a weird little glint of flame in my heart for
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
that's
there's-
fair.
Is that fair?
No. Coyote Ugly is taking on Sniper Special Ops.
Sniper Special Ops is in this?
yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
come
Sniper
on.
Special Ops
No,
is the
yeah.
worst of the
Sniper.
two.
Obviously.
Coyote Ugly is a movie.
And our final pairing for the round is MVP2 Most Vertical Primate
That one
versus Jupiter Ascending.
doesn't matter.
oh shit! No.
You could have said literally any movie, and I would choose MVP too, except for maybe Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh man. Are we declaring MVP 2?
I am declaring Jupiter Ascending for my
What?
vote.
Dude, come on. I'm gonna have to ask you to
Ascending.
justify that one.
Don't need to, it's my vote.
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending has sexy fucking tater tots as a werewolf elf.
He's not sexy. He's creepy.
How dare you say that about tater tots? He is a gorgeous man.
Come on, Jack, make a decision.
Jupiter Ascending.
Is worse.
Is worse.
than MVP 2.
Yep. I would put on MVP 2 for like my kids at least.
Yep. Daniel is
Like at
nonplussed.
least it has some value of being just like an innocent kids movie.
Okay.
It has chimps trained to do ice skating.
Yeah. All right.
That's amazing.
All right. I'll
You're right. That itself is
I'll-
kind of cool.
And-
move past it.
It beat King Kong in the acting category.
Fucking
I mean, that's
Al or
fair.
whatever from Home Improvement.
Richard Karn. Yeah.
Richard Karn.
That's true.
Fucking American classic or whatever.
All right, that's the end of round 1. Congratulations to all the winners.
Congratulations,
all the
winners.
losers.
You are not the worst of the worst.
Here we go. Let's launch into round 2. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bing, Bing.
Bing,
Bing
Bing.
Crosby. All our
Okay,
bings.
we'll get halfway through this and we'll take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have Jingle All the Way is going against Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oy.
Rocky and Bullwinkle is worse.
I disagree. Jingle All the Way
Rocky and
is painfully bad. Rocky and Bullwinkle is at least fun in parts.
So
trying
is
to
Jingle
remember-
All the Way.
Like
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Moose and Squirrel. So fun.
What's some of the stuff that happens in Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Robert De Niro is the evil guy.
I remember that hurt.
Yeah, he's not good.
That I mean
that-
that alone.
That
alone to debase Robert De Niro in that way.
Oh, he debases himself. I'm
Yeah.
not going to
I
defend De
know.
Niro.
I will. For the
Someone's
purposes
got to stick up for Bobby D.
for the purposes of my argument in this
Yeah.
moment.
But like, what else
How dare
happens in
you.
that movie? Like, what's the chief crux of the plot of that movie?
I don't
Rocky and
remember.
Bullwinkle?
Yeah.
And Boris and Natasha have to track down Rocky and Bullwinkle so that their evil plan can go ahead.
But what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
Save the
Christmas?
movie?
Yeah, they're saving the
Is there
movie.
some kind of like there's
and
some kind
Piper
of meta
Parabo's in
thing,
it.
right?
Piper Parabo is in 2 movies in
She
this
sure
list
is.
right now.
That and Coyote Ugly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That was her? That's
Yeah.
Piper?
Piper P.
Versus Jingle All the Way.
I say
Jingle.
Jingle's slightly worse.
I say we get Jingle off this list. It's a
I think I
Ro-
gotta say Rocky. and
Yeah, Rocky.
Bullwinkle. I think that movie.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Jingle All the Way has value.
Rocky's going to be a contender in this list.
I called it. I'm telling you.
I see what you're doing, John. I see what you're doing.
Second round.
It's a fighting theme
I got
podcast.
it. Right, I got it.
It's a mat.
Boxing.
It's a mat.
Rocky was a
It's mat.
boxer.
It's a mat. It's a mad world versus Driven.
Oh,
2 driving movies.
shit.
Good pairing yet again.
Shit. That's
think-
really hard.
Fuck. I think Mad World is worse than Driven.
I
I would rather watch Driven.
I honestly don't think that my brain is capable of watching Driven.
Yeah.
I like when that movie was done, I couldn't
You were.
I couldn't tell you what any of the scenes were about. I have no idea what happens in that film.
Well, there's the scene where they need to race each other through the streets of Los Angeles in their race cars without helmets, sucking up manhole covers. There's that scene where they have to prove who's faster.
And then in the other movie, you have Jonathan Winters destroying a gas station with his bare hands.
That was pretty fucking great.
That's one of the only good scenes of the whole thing.
See, that's a really funny scene.
I think there's like
but-
it's a mad world. Was bad.
Yeah.
But it had some redeeming moments.
Like-
if I remember. Again, you guys know me. I can't give you specifics. I just have the emotional memory of having more moments where I didn't want to hang myself watching Mad World.
Okay,
I
so you're the vote. You're the kingmaker.
I think for me the worst movie is Mad World. I think Driven is at least funny to laugh at.
Yeah.
Like it.
Next up, Olympus Has Fallen versus Pixels. Pixels is far worse than Olympus Has Fallen.
It's for sure Pixels.
Okay. Whatever.
What do you want to say?
I don't know. I was just like trying to quickly. You guys were so quick, and I was like trying to put those two up against each other in my brain.
Right.
Pixels. It didn't have much to redeem it. It was.
Yeah.
Well, Sandler was like kind of charming. He was like okay actually. I remember he had some moments where
Yeah.
he was almost acting.
There's the part at the end where they give Ashley Benson away as a trophy.
Yes, they do. That's a good part of the movie. And then I just remember that Olympus Has Fallen had all like the random timestamps that indicated like nothing. You didn't notice it when we watched it. I remember bringing it up on the podcast, and neither of you noticed the ridiculous little timestamps that were always happening.
I have no idea.
Just letting us know what time it was for no reason. But yeah, I think Pixels.
I also think it's funny that 2 of the movies on this list have Peter Dinklage as like a character with a really extreme accent.
Yeah.
I don't know how he keeps getting hired
To do accents.
to do accents
It's bizarre. He
It
won.
is.
He won an Emmy and a Golden Globe
for Game of Thrones.
for Game of Thrones.
I mean,
doing an
that's
accent.
that's justifiable.
Yeah.
He is an incredible actor on that show,
Yeah.
despite having one of the worst accents I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But it's like it's intentional.
All right, let's do one more and go to a break.
Sure.
This match is New Year's Eve against Skyscraper.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Year's Eve is worse.
Skyscraper has stuff.
It has a one-legged rock in it.
Oh, yeah, he has one leg. Oh.
How do we not value that, guys?
And with that,
He like uses it for stuff.
let's now climb up the skyscraper of advertising.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that was a bit of a reach.
Whoa.
Take it away, Johnny.
What a natural transition.
Yeah.
And break. And we're back. Let's continue on with our tournament of losers.
Loser.
Loser.
Ne pas gagné.
There's.
All right, so continue on there, Sean.
Tiptoes. We're back at Tiptoes.
Oh,
It was a
God.
highly seeded film.
Yeah, it's
It's going against Legend. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
This is like the final. Where I feel like we're doing the final early.
I think out of pure, what's the like insult, Tiptoes has to be the worst movie. How insulting that movie is to the communities it was trying to portray.
But this is where again I come back to the fact that Tiptoes exists a little bit on that like The Room spectrum, where it becomes so bad it's good at times.
Yeah.
Legend sucks.
It was a visual masterpiece.
It's also,
and in a way, so was Tiptoes. She had her favorite hat.
They went to great heights. Yeah.
For me, it's Legend. I'm just gonna say
Did
it's
you
Legend.
say they went to great heights?
Yeah, mine's Tiptoes. I think Tiptoes is worse.
And what did you say? You said Legend?
Legend. I think Legend sucks and is crazy and is bad, but Tiptoes.
That's really tough.
It's very bad, but at least it has like weird Matthew McConaughey, like threatening her while cuddling.
Oh, right. Matthew
And, like,
McConaughey is in that.
He sure is.
And he's like almost in focus sometimes.
Yeah. Behind her hat.
You know what? For me, I'll be honest. This really comes down to Oldman versus Curry.
Okay.
As
As we knew it would.
because everything else about both these movies is a dumpster fire. Like
The
let's be-
production in Legend is really good.
the production of Legend, the production design,
Yeah.
in Legend is really good. Everything around it is fucking awful. Tiptoes is devoid of production design.
Mm-hmm.
He's really realistically short.
He is.
Sure.
He
Yeah.
is.
It's just knowing that he isn't is what's offensive.
Yeah. But
Slash hilarious.
Legend is offensive to unicorns.
True, and we do need to keep them in mind.
Yes. Protect the unicorns.
So make your vote.
I'm going to say Tiptoes. I'm going to say
on.
Tiptoes.
Shit.
Bye-bye,
right.
Legend.
Man, okay, damn.
Yeah.
That was a tough round.
Up next, we have Jupiter Ascending taking on the Meg.
Oh, Jupiter Ascending is worse.
Jupiter Ascending is worse.
Jupiter
The
Ascending.
Meg is a
The Meg is
a
fun.
watchable
The Meg is a movie.
movie.
Yeah. It's a fun little theme park ride.
It is a theme park ride.
Wait, yeah, so we're saying the Meg is better. Bye,
Correct.
Meg.
Correct.
Bye, Meg.
Bye,
Meg.
Meg. Shut up, Meg. Next we have Sniper Special Ops.
That one.
Versus
I don't even care what it's
versus.
Christmas
against.
with the Cranks.
Ah.
I think Christmas with the Cranks is less of a watchable film.
No. Sniper Special Ops is fucking horrendous, man. That is. And like,
I hated Christmas with the Cranks.
yeah, I hated both of the
hated that
movies,
movie.
but I also like.
Sniper's funny because you get fat Seagal.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I hate it. He's such a deplorable person, and like he has no
Yep.
business being in movies, and like the movie is built around this big fucking fat loser.
It's true.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
And that's Tim Allen.
yeah.
Ha cha cha cha.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Sniper Special Ops is definitely worse.
Jack, King Make.
I think I'm putting Crank slower.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I really wanted to shit on Seagal a bit more, but that's fine.
You can shit on him.
Yeah, we can shit
what
on
do
him.
you want to say?
We can do a whole other episode on Seagal, probably.
Yeah,
do a podlet.
It's been done.
Yeah, I like that episode. Next, we have...
Not by us, but it's been done.
Oh, did I fuck something up? Hold on. Vamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what else do you want to say about Seagal?
Which one was Vamp?
Son of a bitch.
That's really all I want to say about
Jupiter's-
Seagal. He just sucks. What is that story about him where he gets choked out by someone and shits his pants in front of a group of people?
Oh, that was the guy, one of the great fight directors in Hollywood in like the 60s, 70s. I forget his name at the moment, but Seagal was like, no one can choke me out because of my training. And he was like, bullshit. He was like, yeah, you wanna try and choke me out? And he did. And he choked him out to the point that he shat himself.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Anyways,
I just can't imagine being the person where that doesn't make you like reevaluate how you do so much of what you do.
yeah.
Oh, he's so
Like, how do you double down again and again after that experience?
He's so fucking delusional, man. I want someone to like extensively study his psyche because
I think he's living in Russia now.
probably
I think so.
probably
yeah,
that
no,
makes
he
sense.
has like a Russian citizenship.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Good for him.
Did we ever watch together the video compilation of him just running in movies?
No,
I've seen it. Yeah.
Have you never
haven't.
seen it? Oh,
He runs.
Do yourself a favor.
Okay.
Just
We'll watch it
just
after.
YouTube Steven Seagal running.
You can
It's
YouTube
like
it.
he has no wrists.
Yeah.
It is fucked, man.
It's fantastic.
okay, great.
Final match of round 2, 1941 versus Left Behind. I think Left Behind is worse than 1941.
Yeah, I think 1941. As much as I dislike that movie,
Yeah.
I,
It's a slog.
I can't say that it's
Worse than Left Behind.
19 than
Anything
Left
made by Spielberg is not worse than Left Behind.
Behind. It can't make it that far low.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like fuck Christianity and all that.
yeah,
We've heard you say it.
Yeah.
yeah. Are we still gonna do our Citizen Kane versus religion episode?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyways, round 3.
All right. Ding ding ding.
It's a
Ding,
mad
ding, sting.
world has taken the top seed. And
Okay.
it is facing off against Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is
These
getting
movies are actually similar.
this is getting progressively harder.
Yeah. That's the
I
point.
didn't expect it to though.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have like really well. Rocky and Bullwinkle still to me is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Mad World is worse.
Yeah, it's hard to like. Here's a barrier with these movies, which is that when they become this bad, part of the reason they're bad is because they were like devoid of meaningful content, and so it's hard to remember exactly what made them bad. You just remember the
You
bad
feel it.
feelings.
Yeah,
they're like
exactly.
emotional.
Labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just remember like the emotional memory
Yeah.
of the movie. Some of the like sometimes when rating these movies right now, I at least remember like strong visuals.
Yeah.
Like at least with what was the winter one that we cut out pretty quickly?
Wind Chill.
At least Wind Chill for me was
Like ghost monks.
I remember like visuals
them in the car,
and
the
energies
moaning.
from the movie that I was at least like,
The moaning.
okay, yeah, there was moaning.
Yeah. Panting.
Yeah.
Heavy breathing.
It wasn't a great movie, but
Do
I
you
at least
need
had
some
that.
alone time, Sean?
With Wind Chill, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, these movies are tough. Mad World. It's all the different storylines, but like, are any of them interesting?
Yeah.
What other storylines are there? I just remember Jonathan Winters in that gas station.
There's
There's the
the
crazy
guy with the car who like drives it and it's like, oh, you kid. Yeah,
there's that moment.
Is there a scene where they're in a hot
Phil
air
Silvers.
balloon or something? Am I making that up? Where
Rat
they're, like,
Race?
High
It's
up.
Rat Race. It was up against Rat Race.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Then
like
there
a crazy
There's the-
sequence
the
with
tr- the
ladders and
tree.
stuff near the end.
Yeah,
Tree,
yeah.
they're all
up in
digging
the-
but at the base of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Rocky
And
and,
it
Bullwinkle.
turns out the guy who's like been hired to bring them all together is secretly has it, and then they're all chasing him at the end.
Right.
And it ends up with him like falling out of a 10th story window.
Yes.
Yeah, onto a fire truck or something
And
like
then
that.
they're all in casts.
They're all in the
And
hospital
they laugh
together.
at the woman.
Yeah, and that's how the movie ends.
They like call her a cow
It's a
or
worse
something.
movie.
And then they.
It's a worse movie.
Ha 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 ow ha ha.
Yeah.
But what happens in Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Boris and Natasha need to stop Rocky and Bullwinkle in order for their evil plan to come into effect.
Fuck, I just can't remember that movie.
And there's your answer.
But
There's your answer, man.
am I king making this?
Yeah.
Less memorable
Fuck.
means worse.
Like in a way, yes.
This is the quarterfinal.
But part of what I remember about Mad 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 World
quarterfinal.
is because I like hated watching.
Right.
It's
You sense memory to the pain.
yeah.
But at least it impacted you in some meaningful way.
Gotta make a choice. Gotta press you for an answer.
I know, and I'm gonna say Mad World.
Ah, god damn it.
I think is worse.
Goodbye, Rocky and Bullwinkle. New Year's Eve taking on Pixels.
Whoa, we are getting down here now.
New Year's Eve. I think New Year's Eve was worse.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's
Yeah.
at first, but like Pixels.
Pixels deserves a dishonorable mention, but it was not. There was at least potentially some fun to be had in Pixels.
It like the trailer made it look worse than the movie actually was.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the worst thing ever, and watching it, you're like, this is bad.
Yeah, New Year's Eve is just like not fun.
It's gonna be a contender New Year's Eve too.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
so.
Next up, Tiptoes is going against Christmas with the Cranks. Yeah. This is hard.
So for me, guys, I'm gonna be honest. It really comes down to Oldman versus Allen.
Versus De Niro.
versus De Niro.
It's so tough.
It is hard. It is hard to say that most of these movies are worse than Tiptoes.
We
honestly,
it's true. I think Tiptoes in this pairing, it comes down to structure. And Tiptoes doesn't have any.
No, it doesn't.
And at least Christmas with the Cranks has a series of events connected by like themes and a plot that end in an ending.
Yeah, this is where Cranks at least gets the vote of like is a discernible film.
Is movie.
Is movie.
Okay.
And I think that at least is enough.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tiptoes is a fever dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right.
I think that's fair.
The quarterfinal comes to an end with Jupiter Ascending facing Left Behind.
Very similar movies yet again.
They are. This is tough.
Left Behind.
Yeah, Left Behind.
Left Behind.
Which one is worse?
Wait, is Jupiter Ascending
Oh.
has what's that really good actor's
Eddie
name?
Redmayne.
Eddie Red. That's the
Yeah,
one, right?
Being terrible.
Being
Yeah.
so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sean Bean
Oh, Sean Bean.
Being there.
and explaining how
He's
the
a bee.
bees he's part bee.
I forgot
and
about
the bees
bees.
recognize
I forgot
royalty.
about the
That's fucking
bees.
hilarious.
Oh
See,
my
it's a better
God.
movie.
It's, yeah, this.
Oh shit. No, yeah, Left Behind is worse.
Left Behind's
Left
worse.
Behind is worse.
Yeah. Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending has sequences in it that if you watched
In isolation.
in isolation, you could be like, that movie looks fun. Maybe.
And fucking Tater Tots is a werewolf, guys.
Yeah.
He's
That's
not
cool.
Creepy
Not-
werewolf.
But he's also not bad. He's okay.
He's like a were-elf, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think Jupiter Ascending gets more points just for like having sort of interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
There's some things.
Yeah, more things you win.
We're really having to like stray for reasons.
If you're not hearing how we've all of our shoulders have kind of rounded a bit more. I'm certainly like hunched over my mic at this
Yeah.
point as we work through these.
Yeah, the cat's stress eating.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think Left Behind.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, that ends the quarterfinal. On to the semifinal round. We have
Oh my
4
God.
contenders
Four.
left.
Okay, hold on. So wait, we have. Okay, actually, I forget what's actually. I know we have Tiptoes, Left Behind. Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle's out.
Out.
Mad World.
Mad World.
Yeah.
Just go
Well,
ahead.
we're about to find out.
Just go ahead.
First match is Mad 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 World versus Left Behind. I think Left Behind is a worse film
Then
than
Mad World. Left Behind is like Driven quality bad.
Like, what's good in that movie?
In Left Behind?
Yeah, weren't there some things that were kind of good? Like the sequence where everyone disappears
Yeah.
was kind of good.
Oh yeah, that one like microsecond, like
Yeah.
the literal moment where the rapture happens
Yeah.
was executed well.
And then it was just a
it's-
boring slog through like people meandering through life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Nick Cage up on that plane
Yeah.
with Chad Michael Murray.
That's right. There's stuff that. Oh yeah.
right.
Oh, and the
Right.
terrible plot where like
Yeah.
people pull a gun, being like, "It's a
Right.
conspiracy. Bring back my
Ew.
sons."
It's terrible.
This stuff, his father did this.
At least Mad Mad World was like actual comedians doing like bits with each other.
Yeah, like there was at least Jonathan Winters destroying a gas station with his bare hands.
So good.
how does? Wait, okay, I might be crazy, but is Left Behind? Does it end in a way that implies a sequel?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're like looking over an apocalyptic landscape.
They're the new.
being like,
They're the new savior team. I forget what their
Wait, did they make a sequel?
no.
The plan was to have
plan
one. though.
was-
because they're books.
There are books, and then there's also Kirk Cameron does have I think 2 or 3 movies of the books that he has. So Left Behind is a remake of his movie of Left Behind, technically.
How the fuck does that even happen?
Church money.
Church got money.
Yeah,
So did the same church fund the
I
Nick
assume
Cage
so.
version?
The same like Christian organization.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just like Christian millionaires.
Yeah. So Left Behind
Yeah,
is
yeah.
worse.
We're all in
Yeah,
agreement.
Mad World
Yeah.
had a rough run, but like
We'll leave you on the side of the road
there's
for now.
movie things in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And our other semifinalists, New Year's Eve faces Tiptoes.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Cage match.
Oh man.
We're in like this is like a deep back alley, bare knuckle with barbed
People
wire.
like there's nails between their
Yeah.
knuckles.
New
Yeah.
Year's
We're
Eve.
way outside of a boxing ring at this point.
Yeah.
Like we are in
Okay, so I gotta
like
be
we're
honest.
in an old subway station.
I gotta be honest with you guys. For me, this really comes down to Oldman versus the majority of Hollywood in 2002.
Halle Berry versus Ashton Kutcher versus
Is Halle Berry in that movie?
think so.
Yeah, she is. Halle Berry's
Sarah
in it.
Jessica Parker and
Fucking Carrie Elways is in it
Yeah.
with Halle Berry and De Niro.
Yeah, that's right. De Niro's in it.
Is
He's
De Niro
in
in
that
it?
plot. He's in that storyline.
Yeah.
It's Barry and De Niro and Elways.
New Year's
Leia
Eve
Michelle, Ashton
versus,
Kutcher,
versus
Zac Efron,
Tiptoes.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Who else is in that movie? Are you looking it up, Sean?
I am.
Great. So it's essentially Oldman versus that. What about McConaughey? Oscar winner.
Oscar.
And Oscar winner Gary Oldman, right?
Yep.
He just won for
Yeah.
What did he just win for?
The Churchill thing.
Churchill.
The Darkest Hour.
He just won?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
a couple years back.
Yeah. Right. Just pre-pandemic, right? Or something like that? 20...
Yeah, like 2019.
Like,
20. I
it
think
was
the 2020
2020
ceremony,
Yeah.
and then the panini occurred, starring Halle Berry, Jessica Biel, John Bon Jovi, Abigail Breslin, Chris
John Bon
Ludacris,
Jovi.
Bridges, Robert De Niro, Josh Duhamel, Zac Efron, Hector Elizondo, Katherine Heigl, Ashton Kutcher, Seth Meyers, Leah Michelle, Sarah
Seth
Jessica Parker,
Meyers.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Till Schweiger
Yeah.
from Driven.
Yeah.
He wore a fedora. Hilary Swank and Sofia Vergara.
Right, Sofia Vergara. She's in the plot line with
She's in the
Bon
booby
Jovi.
plot line.
The booby plotline?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that has the boobs.
Yeah.
Which plotline was that?
The one that she's
The
in.
one with Sofia Vergara is his joke.
Oh, I
of her,
see.
her bubbies.
Because she has boobies.
Sean's
I think.
gross. Not like you mean you, Dan.
I think.
I didn't notice them.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think New Year.
No, Tiptoes is worse. Tiptoes is worse.
Explain why.
Okay.
Isn't there something fun about New Year's Eve?
No, but here's the thing. So
I think New Year's Eve is worse.
so if we were to do a breakdown of how we normally rate these movies,
Okay. This is a fair time to do this.
The
Okay.
acting is worse in in Tiptoes.
Yep.
The production design and production value is significantly lower.
Okay.
And the story
is way better.
Is worse. Well,
is worse. I mean, first of all, if we're at 2 of 3
yeah.
already, but like the story is fucking straight up offensive.
All right. Tiptoes is worse. I guess it doesn't matter, but
This is New Year's Eve, though.
New Year's Eve.
Was there
is,
anything positive about New Year's? Is there something that we could say, and to seal it, New Year's Eve at least had this fun scene? Wasn't there a fun scene? Like one,
I don't remember.
when Zac Efron takes Michelle Pfeiffer to the party.
Is that a scene in the movie?
He gives
Did
her
they-
special
do
tickets.
They fall
What?
in love in that movie? Is that
I
the idea?
can't remember.
Did they bang?
That'd be better.
That would be better.
I would totally watch the two of them go at it.
I have no recollection of this film.
She's a bit pent up, and he's a guy who rides a scooter around, and he has 2 special tickets to a party, and so he brings her, and it's like this lame party that another one of the storylines is at.
Right.
That
The Josh Duhamel storyline.
that Katherine Heigl is running,
Throwing?
and Bon Jovi's playing it. It all ends there, kind of, for a
Right.
lot of people, and it's a really lame party.
Yeah.
Super lame.
It's like a Christmas corporate Christmas party.
Right. It's like super formal.
I think it would
but-
be a New Year's party, probably.
Yeah, I think I'm remembering Tiptoes with some fondness because it made me laugh, at least. But
Fair.
I concede
Okay.
Tiptoes is worse.
Great.
Just
So
for the fact that like most of the shots are blurry.
But her hat.
But her hat. That's true. She did have a hat on.
Remember that whole ending sequence at the cottage where
I don't.
like Oldman is now there with like Beale and they're like connecting
Beckinsale?
with Beckinsale,
yeah, that's where they fall in love.
and they come back and then they
Dude.
get there's a rushed marriage sequence
Yeah.
between.
Oh
and-
my god, is that what happens in that movie? I
Yeah,
forget.
McConaughey becomes a deadbeat dad and leaves town.
Yeah, they have a baby, and it's also
it's
a
a
little
dwarf.
person, and so he's like
Yeah.
freaking out. So they break up, and
Wait, and then Kate Beckinsale
Gets
and
with
Gary,
Gary
Oldman
Oldman.
fall in love.
Correct.
but they don't outright
brother.
get together in the cut that was released to film. I remember in art they don't actually. I think they
Yeah.
maybe share a kiss,
I don't remember.
and then McConaughey comes back, and then him and
Yeah.
Beckinsale don't get back together.
No. But he's in the picture or something.
But he's just like kind of around.
it's a bad movie.
Yeah, it's a stupid
Tiptoes
ass
is the
movie.
worst.
Oh my
All right.
fucking god. All right, here we go.
Our
and also that it
finalists.
thought it was Oscar bait. Is
Yeah, they did.
also
They were
in the
pitching it for
performances of a lifetime.
Everything about it makes it bad. Well, it is our top seed now.
So I think that for this one we should actually go through the
Go through
categories
the categories?
and like
Sure.
Yeah,
actually break
fair.
these down.
Fair.
We got to be scientific about this.
Totally.
Tiptoes in the number 1 seed.
Yep.
Now
Are we in the final?
we're in the final.
Deservedly so.
Oh.
Drum roll for the final. Oh wait, no,
the
we'll wait.
drum
We'll
roll
save
is
that
for
for
the
the.
winner loser.
How about a drum roll now too, though? So drum roll here.
Now I gotta go through this
and-
after and find this and
and also one here. And maybe like an elephant noise here.
Like a snare hit, just one snare hit.
Yeah, one single sad
A
snare
rim
hit.
shot.
All right.
All right.
Tiptoes versus left.
none of that's
You'll get-
happening.
you'll get-
Left behind.
Left behind
Yeah.
and tiptoes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So should we start with story?
So it's a tie. Everyone. You're all losers.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. Congratulations.
Okay,
You all
sorry.
suck.
This is a very good final, I think.
It is.
It feels like we've gone down the right path.
Yeah.
Yes. I do feel like it's a shame we didn't watch the Kirk Cameron Left Behind
I think we'll do that for Easter.
after seeing what he is capable
I think
of
we'll
as
do
a
that.
filmmaker.
We'll do that for Easter.
Okay.
It'll be in the next tournament
Great.
of losers, probably.
Okay, so story. So one is about the rapture and people just being generally sad about that. And one is about the plight of little people as demonstrated by a non-little person.
Yes.
In
And-
Gary Oldman.
And, yeah.
Okay.
And Peter Dinklage.
Matthew McConaughey,
who should have been the
is-
fucking lead of that movie.
And I also want to remind everyone that in that
Just-
film, Matthew McConaughey's character and Gary Oldman's character are Jewish.
They are also Jewish.
They are
that's
also
right.
Jewish.
And brothers, right?
Yeah.
And brothers.
And brothers.
And okay, hold on. Does it ever say how far apart they're supposed to be? Because it looks like Gary Oldman could be Matthew McConaughey's dad.
Correct.
It does. I don't think we get any indication of that. I believe Gary Oldman's character was his older brother.
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was some clear storytelling.
Yes, that's true. Okay. I would say that there is more story. And
Just more.
there's more story.
The classic Daniel reasoning.
Classic more story.
Well, this is. I mean, again, if we're talking about story, then we have to talk about story structure.
Yep.
And Tiptoes does have that, that beautiful cause
not
and
ha-
effect.
It does not,
things.
though. But in the end,
It
it
does.
completely breaks down into nonsense.
Does it?
Yeah,
I don't
because
really remember.
The film is edited like it was supposed to be really
right,
long,
right.
and have kind of a different ending. But in
Right.
the end, the one we watched, they chopped the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So there's no explanation for this sudden reason why McConaughey gets out of Dodge, and
He very
right.
quickly he's like, yeah, I want to be a dad, and he finally gets around to it. So they get married,
Yeah.
and they have a kid. He freaks out.
Yeah,
he
he
leaves.
leaves.
He yells, and then they're
even
at
though
the
he was the
cottage.
one that was pressuring her into having the kid, and
Yeah.
she at first was the one that had doubts. It is her story of getting over her own prejudice.
Yeah.
But
Okay, all right.
I don't want to
But-
vote yet. I want to talk through all the categories and then make votes.
Okay, fine. We're still talking through it. I think that there's at least more dramatic conflict in Tiptoes.
there is conflict.
There
is
what
conflict.
is the main conflict in Left Behind?
The heathens are going to come out if they don't all, find ways to save humanity.
I feel like that's the sequel. I feel like
It is the same. I mean, it should have been part of that, but they Hollywoodized it and got rid of the secret society, the secret leftist societies that are bringing down the world.
It's interesting that the actual conflict in that movie is that the people that aren't in the movie anymore are technically the heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we're in the eyes of Christianity, what we're watching are the villains.
Yes.
And they're realizing, oh shit, we didn't get to go.
Yeah. Why?
We
have
lose.
to figure out why.
We've lost and why.
Yeah. It's because he was cheating on his wife.
right.
He sure was.
Yeah.
But this is my point. The entire movie is just about people reacting to the fact that they suck as people.
Yeah. But
Right?
and responding to the destruction of the earth.
So is there something coded into that movie? Because Chad Michael Murray's character
Yeah.
seems like a pretty nice, altruistic guy. Takes photos of important things. He's a journalist. Cares for others. Is sensitive
That's right.
and patient.
So
but is there
there's-
something coded into it that Christians would watch that and be like, yeah, that's cardinal sin of
Yes.
He's part
No.
of the media, I guess.
No, so very fun fact about Christianity. It actually doesn't matter. This is true.
if you're not in the church.
It actually doesn't matter how good of a person you are,
Right.
if you are not born again. If you have not taken the additional
Right.
step
Yeah.
of accepting God into your life,
You're not going up.
you could be Mother Teresa minus the religion, and you're fucked.
But he doesn't ever outright state that, right? Is that character even?
But it's not outright stated that he is a man of faith, right?
I
I
guess
don't remember
so.
well enough.
No,
to
it
say that.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's something else that there was his behavior that devout Christians would watch that and be like, well, yeah, of course, photography is a media of the homosexuals.
I think it's honestly just the fact that he is a secular human being and not a religious one. When my sister was in this Christian boot camp, she read me a poem, and she was super proud to read this to me. And
What
I
a
don't remember.
sentence.
What's that?
That was quite the sentence.
When my sister was like,
Where this is boot camp, she read me this poem.
yeah.
Okay, just clock.
And I don't remember exactly what the words are, but the entire thing was essentially just an itemized list of all of the good deeds that this man did in his life.
Yuck.
And the final line was like, and he spent eternity in hell or something fucked up like that. Like, it was brutal. And it was just because he was secular.
And so people fail to recognize that that's just a clear, like, manipulative tool.
Yep.
We're getting back into Citizen Kane versus religion.
Yep.
We'll save it for the
podlet.
Good job, Sean.
Yeah. All right.
So let's talk.
story.
Story. We get okay. At least I'll say this as a final thought. At least Left Behind is like you get what the simple crux of the movie is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You know.
That's fair.
You get it.
Yeah.
At least.
That's fair.
So you know.
So that's an argument
for
Tiptoes being worse.
Yes.
I think so. I think that I put that.
Oh,
in that category.
right. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
I think we got to score this as what is the better film, and then we find the loser from that, the winner loser from that. You know.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Well, let's talk. Let's
All right.
talk production.
Production.
Left Behind is just the inside of a plane, essentially.
Yeah, but Tiptoes was not great either. Tiptoes was like not well put together sets, like soundstage sets sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember the cinematography of Tiptoes being abhorrent.
Yeah.
Like terrible.
Yeah.
Like watching somebody who's never used a gimbal before, watching an assistant camera op who has never pulled focus in his life, like just fucking terrible.
Yeah. Whereas Left Behind,
Some of those like in the bed shots where they're cuddling in bed were straight up blurry. That's true.
We're straight up blurry.
Yeah, but sorry, Left Behind.
but like Left Behind doesn't do anything spectacularly.
But it does everything. There's a higher quality baseline
Okay. In Left Behind.
in Left Behind.
Okay.
Everything is clean.
Okay. I'll accept that. I agree.
Okay. It's like dumb,
For sure.
but at least it like doesn't try and do more because it knows that it's dumb. It's just like it's that simple. You do a movie
Just
that's
putting
inside
the
of a
camera
plane,
on the thing.
You get a set that's a plane interior.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And
Yeah,
you
cheap,
just
but
film that interior as
Yeah.
actors walk up and down the aisles and talk to each other. And
But it's like shot by a crew that has like worked on movies before.
right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like edited by a colorist who understands how to do that. It is framed like it's basic, but it like does the job.
It's functional.
It's functional and fine.
All right.
And then on the positives as well, I'll say that Left Behind, the moment of the rapture in that sequence,
Very good.
pretty well done.
Yeah.
You know, not over.
True.
It's pretty simple. There's kind of like a lens flare type situation, like a flash of white or something like that. And then the clothes on the ground. It's simple.
Yeah.
And then, but in Tiptoes, this is a genuine thing. Gary Oldman looks like a little person in the movie.
Yeah.
It is quite convincing.
At
even
most
now.
time. Yeah, at most
At
times.
most
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes no. But at most times, it's
Yeah.
like pretty well done that you can't see it.
Sure.
Okay. Acting.
Acting. Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so the first person that comes to mind is Peter Dinklage.
Right.
Next to Patricia Arquette.
Next to Patricia Arquette.
Ooh,
But Peter
she was fine.
She's
Patricia
a good
Arquette.
actor.
Yeah.
Well, and he was not in spite of being a good actor.
Yeah. They
He
gave
is
him
such
that
a
French
fucking
accent.
enigma to me. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he like, yeah. The accent is where that role gets away from him, and he never really recovers that role because of that French accent that they made him have.
Well, the whole thing is cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's so over the top,
Yeah.
and it is only made worse by the accent.
Yeah. Like, why wasn't that just cut?
I don't know.
Why wasn't he just a
Why
guy?
wasn't the whole movie just cut? I mean,
'Cause they were
because
gunning for the Oscars.
I'm so grateful that,
is-
the movie was made.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Is somebody actually on record as saying that this was meant to be an Oscar bait film?
No, but you can tell.
Sure.
The
I just
promo material, yeah.
I'm just wondering if the director was like, we really had high hopes that we'd get nominated that year.
I'm sure they did initially.
Yeah.
Well, it's like what was that movie? Showgirls? It's like
Right.
that kind of thing
Yeah.
where she really thought she was going to get the Oscar and instead she like ruined her career.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep. Great movie.
It is.
It is. What were we saying? Acting. Okay. You also have to look at our two stars there, McConaughey and Beckinsale.
McConaughey.
McConaughey. Beckinsale is not doing anything.
No, she is one of actually the worst in that movie.
Yeah.
Again, McConaughey at least tried to play some scenes. I remember he gets really mad.
He
when
does.
He's supposed to be mad.
He has emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really like feel human.
No. And our boy Gary,
Who is like, I mean, it's fucking Gary Oldman. Like he's
good.
yeah, he's good.
he's
a
doing
fucking
the thing
good
that
actor.
he's supposed to do. Yeah. That he was told to do.
Yeah, and he's doing it well.
Yeah.
He's clearly done a lot of like physical work.
Yep.
And he is like one of the only human beings in that movie, if I remember correctly, which is
I
very
think
possible
so.
that I
I
don't.
think you're right. Yeah.
So I shouldn't say Kate Beckinsale has that hat.
That's her favorite hat.
That hat.
It's her favorite hat.
Favorite. She won't do the movie without it.
And look how much it added.
It did.
Yeah.
It added a lot of us being like, why is she wearing that?
and then like you looked it up and it's like, guys, it was because it's her favorite hat. And she like insisted it be in the
Well,
shots.
Do it without the hat.
It's such a stupid hat too. Like it's
Oh, okay. Acting in Left Behind. Nick Cage.
Cage is okay.
He's fine. Yeah.
But it's missing everything that I watch a Nick Cage movie for.
It is. That's where the movie lost.
Yeah, he's
so
like
many
a
points.
grounded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
he's
no
disappointing Nick
there's no
Cage.
crazy Cage.
Yeah.
And that's not what I want in a Nick
No.
Cage movie.
No, it's
I want
true.
him
You don't want
screaming and
calm
punching women.
Cage in the apocalypse.
You don't want calm Cage. Yeah,
about-
it's an apocalyptic movie. I want him like fighting zombies
Yeah.
and fucking killing
Screaming
babies.
things.
Like I
Yeah,
want him
like-
doing
Like
crazy
he's
shit.
causing problems on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being like, the rapture
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
And we missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going. Okay. So I'm fucked. You're fucked. We're going to hell. Heaven's real. and
Our
so
lives
is
are
hell.
over. Let me go land this plane.
Yeah.
So if I can get us back to the ground, it's gonna be hell and chaos. Like that would have been.
That's what I wanted.
It should have been half the movie, the plane, and then the other second half was them landing and try to like.
Yeah.
There was a sequence.
There was a
where-
landing sequence, wasn't there?
Yeah, and
was,
she
there
has
was.
to like move a
She
crane.
moves some pylons or so. Oh yeah, she has to move the crane, and the crane only moves at
And
like
then there's explosion,
0.1
right.
feet per second. Yeah, and then there's an explosion.
Right.
What that movie should have been is Nick Cage flies the plane to heaven
Yeah.
to confront God
and-
about the
and
rapture.
punch him out.
And punches God in the face.
Yeah,
And then steals his bike.
throws St. Peter through the gates.
Yeah.
You go tell him I'm here.
Yeah.
he to ingratiate himself to God, he intentionally crashes the plane, killing a large group of sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As is God's will, and then the last scene is him arriving.
The
No,
last
the last we see to set up for the sequel is he's parachuted out of the plane, and we just see an empty parachute coming down.
Nice.
That's how you
nice.
land that
He
vehicle.
jumps out, and then the parachute
Yeah.
lands
Yeah.
because this is the right thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Oh God.
All right.
Okay. So how are we feeling at the end of these chats?
I think we can score it. I think.
We didn't really talk about the acting and
It's
wanna-
just Nick Cage.
I just want to
Yeah.
give an impression. I don't know.
Okay,
you
fine,
can score
fine.
it if you want. I think.
No, we should score it. We should definitely score it. This should be a fair victory or loss.
All right. So story, I think goes to Left Behind.
Are we saying it is worse or better?
Better.
Better.
Yes. So
Yes.
like
We're scoring this as we normally
and
do.
the loser of
and
this
the loser
wins.
is the champion
So
of losers.
confusing.
and the
Okay.
loser loses.
The
The
loser
loser
loses.
wins.
The loser wins, the
Tournament of
losers.
losers.
Yes.
Okay.
It's arguably a tournament that you lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So you're saying story Left Behind is better.
Is better.
I agree.
I think I would also agree.
All right. Acting.
Okay.
I think Tiptoes is better
Than Left Behind.
than Left Behind.
For acting.
Yes.
I don't. I disagree. I think that Left Behind. I actually think I remember Left Behind having some like decent acting.
You shouldn't.
Performance.
That's that you should get that checked. That doesn't
But
sound
that's
good.
very possible.
But there's like Arquette. There are scenes
And
that
Oldman.
are heightened
Yep.
by the actors
I think
in them.
Arquette. The scenes between Arquette and Oldman
scenes
are actually
that
kind
are
of, like,
heightened by the actors in them.
Correct.
Is a sentence you just
I-
used to
Listen,
describe
listen.
Tiptoes.
I sure
These
did.
are the two worst movies we've ever had.
Okay.
We're blowing them up to examine
heightened,
them.
Heightened.
Yes.
There was a height. Yes.
It's murky
Like,
water there, buddy.
Even Oldman, right, made that movie a bit less shit by doing generally good acting.
I think it has to, because there's Nick Cage.
It really,
So we're doing
what
Oldman
I'm saying
versus
is
Cage.
it comes
Oldman
down
versus
to
Cage.
Oldman versus Cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Oldman wins.
takes it.
Okay. And that, yes, okay. That's fine. I mean, he'll win every time against Cage.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
So we're tied, one category each.
Okay.
Going into production.
Oh my God. This is a nail biter.
Yeah.
Production. Oh, Left Behind. There's 1,000%.
Is better.
Is better. 1,000%.
Yes, I
As
think
much
you're
as I
right.
know that this is the deciding vote, and I want a movie about religion to lose.
Yeah. It made it this far.
It made it this far.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Runner-up loser is pretty good.
Yeah.
Runner-up loser is pretty good.
Here's the baseline. The production of Left Behind technically served to tell
Yeah.
the crap story that they were telling.
Correct. And with that, Tiptoes loses 2-1.
So, the
Thanks for the big finish.
I was passing it over to you to do the.
Perfect. I'll just riff off of that. It's better this way. No, it doesn't get a triumphant.
No,
You're
it
right.
doesn't.
It gets a fucking
gets
like
a
a
fart.
like a
wah,
fart that
wah,
slips
wah.
out
Yeah.
announcement.
Drum roll, please. There it is. Yeah. Shit sounds.
it's like kind of shit sounds.
Yeah.
Tiptoes. That's the opposite of clap.
Yeah. Ooh. Shame. Shame.
You know what? That's fitting though. That movie was fucking real shitty.
And I guess that makes sense. I feel that still feels okay and suitable because, as I said a couple times, Tiptoes does have this quality of tipping so deep that it like emerges on the other side of the world. And I think that makes sense that it would be declared the worst of the worst.
Yep.
Which is why it has that special shit quality. It's
Well, and I think I genuinely mean this. I think that Tiptoes could be a contender for one of the worst films ever produced.
yeah.
So, and like Left Behind is not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just like
It's bland.
It's like a shit movie.
It's like a shit, boring
Shit,
ass,
bland,
fucking garbage piece of
Christian-
fucking shit. Fucking Christian garbage.
So they both get shit on.
They both get shit.
yeah.
They're both bad. But
Yeah.
Tiptoes is like
Runner-up loser suits Left
Yeah.
Behind. It's not even good enough to be the worst.
yeah, it's just
It
a
has a
fucking
special.
pair of fucking goddamn losers.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
So yeah, Tiptoes. It's special, and in that way, I kind of recommend that anyone listening watch it. To be honest with you, if you
least
want to
once.
really understand, like, if you're trying to broaden your cinematic, like, palette and like appreciate good movies by subjecting yourself to some bad movies, as we have done on this podcast, Tiptoes is like, if you're ready.
I would
One
go
to
one
jump
step further and say if you are an aspiring filmmaker and you are hindered by your own insecurity, feeling like what you make might not be worthy of production.
You are good enough.
You are good enough.
You have what it takes.
As is evident by Tiptoes.
Let it inspire you.
Yeah.
I think Bucky Larson is a worse movie, but
Where is it?
Yeah,
it
where is Bucky
performed
Larson?
too well.
It did, didn't it?
performed
Because it was
too
against
well.
Orgasmo.
Yeah.
That's crazy
did it
that,
beat
that Bucky
Orgasmo?
Larson
No,
wasn't
but
here.
it was like 2-1 for each category, so it split the vote pretty evenly.
You know
Didn't
what?
he like come on someone in that
Yeah.
movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, I
At
have
the Yogan Fruits or whatever?
I have suggested a lot of really good pairings in this podcast,
Yeah.
and that's one that I don't think I'm very proud of.
No, it's terrible, and you defended it so heavily.
Bucky Larson?
You did. You dug down.
I think I still might
Yeah.
if I were to go back and watch it again. I remember thinking
did
that
notice-
parts of it were
All
quite
right.
funny.
Bucky Larson versus MVP2.
There it is.
There it is. What did you
I
notice,
did
Sean?
notice that in my seating structure here, the bottom 3 films are all ones that I suggested for the pod. of Wind Chill, Rocky and Bullwinkle, and Driven.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did Winchell get like cleaned out?
It was a
In its
clean
episode?
clean sweep, and but I just defaulted it to the final category because The Thing was our best movie ever.
Right. It was against The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
As like the movie that was our champion of champions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In that.
No way, man.
Do you think The Thing, how would The Thing stack up against some of the movies we watched more recently? wonder.
I think it still wins.
You think it still wins?
Best of the best.
I'm trying to think of other movies
Yeah,
that
I'm
we've
trying to think
watched.
if there were like really like movies we watched this season
That have like blown us away.
that like really blew us away, because we had some like Grapes of Wrath was a really interesting.
But it went up.
Watch.
It was
I
it
think
was
that
up
was
there.
the,
It
that
was-
was the top 2, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Or like it made it to the final
Thelma and
4 or
Louise was
something.
up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of recent
don't-
movies that were like really incredible. I think we've had more good movies.
I don't know that we've had any movies recently though that have like really floored us in the way the Thing
No.
did.
The
Yeah.
Thing did, and
And
those
Thelma
kind
and
of
Louise.
and Grapes of Wrath as like a
Grapes of Wrath was so surprising.
yeah. That was one that we were like, here we go,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
were like, yo, that was
Because the first
Yeah.
20 minutes are like you're like, oh dear.
just like the first, especially it's just like
Yeah.
a guy in the fields and he runs into a drunk
Yeah.
vicar or whatever happens. You're like, okay,
Like, all right, here we go.
yeah, but it just like sets you in for something.
But it's just like, I don't know. For me, that is such a testament to how important story is in a movie. Because really, like, it doesn't it doesn't need anything other than a good story performed well.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not production value. That's for sure.
Nope, it's not even always great acting.
No.
To be honest, in that movie, there's
That's
lots
true.
of weird acting. There were some really like surprising performances in that movie, but I think you're very right, Dan. That like ultimately this medium is storytelling, and that was one of the big downfalls of Tiptoes.
Yeah.
is that movie
a
truly
mess.
the story is somehow the worst part.
Yeah.
Like the arguably rather offensive casting and stuff of it, the portrayal mixed in with what is trying to be respectful of the community of little people, and weird production stuff and weird performances. But if there was at least a compelling-ish story, it would have something.
Yeah.
But it's
But it has nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. I think a friend at work is he sends me pairings all the time. I've got some in the queue for suggesting, but he wants us to do as a terrible movie. I forget the name of it, but it stars Bill Cosby, and even before everything about him came out, it was widely regarded as one of the worst comedies ever made. And then you layer on Bill Cosby being in it, and I'm like, I don't think we're gonna do that one.
Is it Ghost Dad?
No,
That's
I
that's
don't
the
know that
only-
one.
I think I don't. Is that a Bill Cosby movie?
I don't know. I've never heard of Ghost Dad. Is that a
I think.
prequel
sounds
to
right.
Ghost?
No, I wish.
Are you thinking of Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai?
I'm sorry.
Starring Forrest
what
Whitaker?
did you just say right now? Yeah,
Isn't it-
Ghost Dad. It was a Bill Cosby movie made in 1990.
Leonard Part 6 is
I'm sorry,
the name of the film.
Was there a Leonard Part 1 through 5?
No, that's part of the joke, you see.
Ah, hilarious.
Oh, funny. Also, Dan or Sean, can you also quickly look up Ghost Dog?
What?
Way of the Samurai?
On it.
You're
pretty
on
sure
it?
that's what it's
I'm
called.
still looking at Leonard Part
Ghost Dog,
6.
The Way of the Samurai, with
Starring Forrest Whitaker.
Yo, and it's like not supposed to be a joke.
No.
Live by the code, die by the code is what the poster says.
This is a movie that my only memory of it is it sounding, because it had the word samurai in it, and I liked that those kinds of shows when I was
Right.
young, and it would be on like the Rogers movie channel that my dad had, and I would like put it on being like, be a movie that has cool samurais, and it was just like Forrest Whitaker doing other stuff, and like there's a scene of him like practicing like some short swords stuff on a rooftop or something, and you're like, what the hell? It's very weird.
Ghost Dog.
I've never seen it. Ghost Dog.
An African American mafia hitman who models himself
I'm in.
after the samurai of old
I'm in.
finds himself targeted for death by the mob.
Oh, I'm in. I'm so in.
Yeah.
And there's a ghost dog, I assume, from the title, not from the description.
I would say that you're wrong, but I don't know for a fact.
All right, so we're gonna
He's
do.
like, what do you think, Sparky?
I think we do Ghost versus Ghost Dog.
Ghost versus Ghost Dog?
Oh, that seems
Parts of
clear.
Ghost may have aged weird.
Yeah.
I think
might
do
be
we
worth
maybe
getting on the
do
podcast.
Ghost Dad versus Ghost Dog?
Is Ghost Dad a classic?
I think so.
I've never heard of it.
Have you really never heard of it?
This is the Bill Cosby one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know we're itching to get Cosby on the show.
Now that he's free.
I still can't wrap my head around
That's
that
nuts.
one.
Apparently, he's trying to plan a stand-up tour.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I'm sure Chappelle will invite him on.
Fucking Chappelle, you better not.
Doesn't he have like extreme dementia?
I don't know, man. I don't.
That might have just been a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did Dave
Probably
Chappelle do? That
Oh, he's just a piece of shit now.
He's just kind of trolly.
Yeah.
It's hard to like respect
There's
his.
there's a
cool
bulk of
stuff.
video evidence over the past month from the stand-up tours he's been doing, like bringing Elon on stage and when they boo him, calling everyone poor and like shitting on them because they're booing one of the most evil men on the planet right now that he
That's
brought
weird.
on stage to give a platform to, even though
Anyways,
That's weird.
as we are drifting off, I think it's fair to say thanks for listening to our of our champion of tournament of
losers.
worst. Yeah, tournament of
Tournament
losers.
of worst of the worst losers.
Yeah, tournament of the worst
Found it.
losers. Congratulations, or whatever the opposite of that is. To tiptoes.
Eat shit, everyone.
Yeah, eat shit. Tiptoes.
What is the opposite of congratulations?
Like, how dare you?
Yeah. Like, may your house burn down.
I think
How dare you?
Dare you.
it might be the opposite. So how dare? I think we can all say a resounding "How dare you" to tiptoes.
Dare you.
But also, seriously, I recommend it. Like, go watch it. Thanks for listening to this special episode. If you did, and tune in next episode when we're going to get back to the regular formula. We're doing Aronofsky's, right? We said it's going to be, we agreed,
Yep.
right?
Requiem?
Requiem versus Noah.
Yeah.
I'm nervous for that pairing.
I've never
actually.
seen Requiem.
It
Really?
is-
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This is
Yeah.
this is good.
I've never seen Noah, but who's seen Noah?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream is a fucking punch in the gut, dude.
Should
It
I
is-
have too much edible before watching it?
No, no, do not be high for it. Do not be high
don't
for
do
it.
that.
It's intense.
And also stay tuned. We have plans for some more podlets. Some of them might be even shorter than podlets. Maybe they'll be podletettes. We were talking about. So say it, Sean.
Podletlets.
There. Yep. Not at all. So
I have not been privy to these conversations. I'm really not sure what we're talking about.
yeah,
Go to your
exactly.
room.
So
Okay.
thanks,
Sorry,
thanks so much.
Dad.
Be sure to follow
okay,
us
son.
on something, and you
Not
know,
Twitter. Are we off Twitter now?
No, we're there. I'm not going to delete the account, but
Okay.
yeah,
yeah.
we don't like social media, so
Email us.
yeah, email us
CitizenKanePS at gmail.com.
Yeah, shoot us an email. Or like share the Spotify. You can comment. We don't mind YouTubes.
What?
If you want to comment on YouTube, YouTube's technically social media.
Yeah, you can comment
We
on
don't
Yup
like
Tubs.
social media. Email us.
Email us.
Oh my god.
I'll answer an email.
We're trying to ingratiate
No
ourselves
one's
to the
gonna
right
fucking
demographic.
email us.
I'll answer your email personally.
Yeah, if you want a
That's
personal
a Citizen
email from
Kane
Sean,
guarantee.
Sean could use a new friend, so reach out to Sean.
could I.
Yeah. All right, we're ending the podcast. Thanks so
Bye.
much. Happy New Year, everyone.